Hey everyone, the name is Erik Thor, and in today's video I want to talk about the INFP-A and the INFP-T. So the assertive INFP, the INFP in flow, and the INFP-T, the turbulent INFP, the INFP under stress. So this video will show two sides of you as an INFP, and it will show you who you are at your best and who you tend to go to, who you tend to become under stress. Now, there are three thumb rules that you want to memorize when you want to understand the two types, the INFP-A and the INFP. First of all, the INFP-A seeks to reach a positive state of flow, and the INFP-T seeks to avoid stress. Secondly, the INFP-A spends energy, and the INFP-T tries to conserve energy. So the energy flow is very important. Thirdly, the INFP-A primarily uses their dominant functions, while the INFP-T, the turbulent INFP, primarily uses their inferior functions. So depending on what state you're in, this is going to be how you act. So flow versus stress, that's the key most important thing. Starting with number one, the INFP-A seeks flow, seeks energy, seeks joy, seeks courage, seeks pride, seeks good. You know, they're focused on the goal of reaching a higher positive state. That means they are confidently going out, courageously going out, trying to do good, trying to be good, and trying to make a good impression on the world. So the INFP-A primarily uses their dominant functions to reach this state. That means they primarily use introverted feeling and extroverted intuition. That means they're more likely to take risks, to jump on new opportunities. They're more comfortable in themselves and in their own shoes. They believe in themselves and in who they are. They have a strong moral compass. They speak out ethically for what they believe is right, even at the consequence of upsetting other people or causing conflict or tension. The INFP-A will be themselves unforgivingly. They will be themselves, dress the way they want to be, talk the way they want to, say what is on their mind without fear of judgment or despite the fact that they will be judged for what they say. So as an INFP-A, you find yourself doing like one of these 10 things. You say things that just come to your mind as soon as it comes to your mind, no matter how weird it sounds. You can say it to other people. You can talk to a group of people, just say first random associations you have. It just comes for you fluently. And you can speak these things without holding back. There is nothing about you that you hold back. You don't feel that you have to be something you're not around other people. You feel that you can just be yourself, just the way you are. Thirdly, you believe in your own ideas. So as an INFP, you're going to have a lot of ideas to come to you throughout your life. Some of them are going to be really crazy. Some of them are going to be amazing. But as an INFP, you don't judge your own creative process. You believe in your own ideas. And when an idea comes to you, you just think it's positive. You rejoice, you're happy, you enjoy having ideas. You enjoy the process of creativity and the mistakes and the things that happen along the way. That also means, yeah, as an INFP-A, you are going to feel that you are welcome in a group and people like you, people want to be with you for who you are. You feel that people appreciate your authenticity. You feel that people appreciate your honesty. You feel that people are happier, feel better, and feel more at ease around you because of who you are and because you are able to be yourself. So that's something very important. And 5, I would say an INFP-A is somebody that is able to stand up for those that need help in society. So if there's anyone in a group that isn't being listened to, anyone who's not being heard, as an INFP-A, you're going to be the voice of those people. You're going to say, hey, everybody, let's listen to this guy. Let's hear this guy out. Let's see what they have to say. You're going to be the person that tries to lift up and speak out for the small in society. And that's just going to be a natural tendency for you. You sympathize with the individual above the group. The individual matters to you as an INFP. I'm gonna briefly skip to rule number 2, and that is that INFP-A spends energy and the INFP-T tries to conserve energy. So these are two important things. You know, INFPAs, they're focused on, reaching a next level. So they're always focused on what's next. Who can I become? Who can I blossom into? What can I learn about myself? What can I experience? What can I discover? How can I represent myself better? How can I be more honest? How can I be more, in a sense? So that's desire towards something more gets you to really want to invest in life and in yourself and in what you do. So the INFPA is constantly using all the resources available, friendships, money, anything they have, to have new experiences and to learn new things and to really push their curiosity to the next level. As an INFPA, you're always open to start up new friendships and to connect with people and to try out new ideas without fear that it's not going to lead anywhere, because you're so focused on the positive state of what if. What if it turns out to be just as I imagine? Because INFPs, they are imaginative types. They're always daydreaming about how things could be different and what could change. And they're thinking about future relationships, connections they could have. They're thinking about new ways to live and new lifestyles and all these things. So they're always playing with these what ifs. So as an INFPA, you're always trying to experiment. What if this? And can I make this happen? And how? Now, the INFPT is always trying to conserve energy. So what I see with INFPT is just a desire to avoid negative outcomes. That means as an INFPT, you find yourself constantly worrying, like, what if I say something wrong? What if people are going to judge me? What if this idea is not going to work out? And so you're always bracing yourself for that possibility. That means you're conserving energy, you're building up walls, you're developing protective mechanisms. What can I say if this person says that? What can I do if that person does that? And that all makes your energy a bit slower and a bit more conserved. That means when it doesn't mean that you don't jump on ideas. It doesn't mean that you don't talk to people. It doesn't mean that you don't open up to people. But it means that you are a lot more weighed and a lot more calibrated in what you share and with who you share it. There is a fear for this INFPT that, what if I open up to the wrong person and they end up hurting me? What if I go into this idea and it doesn't work out? So you spend more time thinking about these what ifs, and these what ifs, they stay in you for a longer time. You find yourself thinking like, well, maybe it's not going to work out, so maybe it's not worth effort. And that's all about saving energy, like the avoiding effort, avoiding waste, avoiding loss. Fear of loss is key to the INFPT, the turbulent INFP. So with rule number 3, I said the INFPA primarily uses their dominant functions and the INFPT primarily uses their inferior functions. What I mean with this is, when you look at an INFPT or an INFP under stress, you'll see a lot more extrovert thinking. There's going to be a lot more self-criticism, a lot more of a negative dialogue. And I made videos about INFP self-bullying and self-criticism and all those things before. And it's going to be a stress on my value and my worth to society. As an INFPT, you're constantly worried about your inability to produce value to society and to the tribe. You feel that you should be working harder, that you should be more successful at work, that you should be putting in more energy, and you're constantly criticizing yourself for not doing so. You're constantly also berating yourself for things you do and that you could have done better. I could have done more of this, I could have woken up earlier, I could have been more on time, and there's always this, this extroverted thinking and introverted sensing in this. There's also this feeling that you need to be more controlled and more reined in. There's this desire in the INFPT from introverted sensing that you have a duty to uphold and you have a role and responsibility to other people that weighs more importantly than your creative exploration. You need to be more what other people want you to be. You need to shape yourself more in your parents' image and your parents' expectations. You need to adjust yourself to be more like your boss wants you to be. You have to change this or that about yourself. So there's this feeling that there's pressure from society and that you've internalized that you have to be somewhere different or you have to do something differently than what you do. So I made this video to really show you what you can do as an INFPT to break this cycle and to avoid this, because I believe that this negative influence of extroverted thinking, introverted sensing, isn't going to lead to long-term happiness. I'm not saying that it can't lead to being more productive. I'm not saying that it won't lead to being more on time. I'm not saying it won't lead to more success in the objective sense. But I'm saying that it's going to lead to less happiness. So if you're looking for a happy life, a rich life, a fruitful life, the lifestyle of the INFP-A is obviously superior to the lifestyle of the INFP-T. What you're looking for is to be quirky and weird and free and honest and true to yourself. What you're looking for is to be focused on your moral value and your ethical compass. What you want to do is focus on your creative expression as much as possible. Try to liberate yourself and to be free in who you are and in what you do. When you find yourself criticizing yourself, stop yourself and tell yourself, I'm a person who deserves respect. I'm a person who deserves to be listened to. I'm a person who deserves to be understood. So I'm going to listen to myself. I'm going to respect myself. I'm going to understand myself. And if you're in a situation where you're wondering, should I share this to people? Should I open up about this? Does this matter to other people? Do other people care about this? Shake that and just practice just small moments of just relief and self-expression. Just if you're not comfortable sharing things with other people, at least share it with yourself. And that means write and draw or engage in some effort of self-expression, because self-expression is so positive, so important to introverted feeling types. Find ways to let your dominant functions lead you in your daily life, and that means don't hold back on the whims of extroverted intuition. Don't silence or berate your identity or who you are or what you feel. Respect your feelings and respect your identity and respect who you are. And when stress comes up about roles and responsibilities and expectations from other people or from the tribe, develop the self-respect and the freedom to choose for yourself who you want to be, and the comfort and the pride that I am good because I am true to myself and I am who I am. So this level of pride, that you don't need pride from other people. You don't need other people to share on your life choices or other people to be proud of you. You don't need other people to have and get their wishes met. You need to find a base level of comfort in your own skin and in your own body and in your own mind. So you need to build this kind of sanctuary, this kind of peaceful environment that supports you and supports who you are. You want the world around you and the world you live in to be an echo that supports and encourages you. So you want to create and find friendships and relationships where people will lift you up and people who like you for who you are. And so that's what you want to work towards. And I'm not saying it's a quick journey, and that's not saying it's a quick fix. And I'm not saying you can't immediately shake all concerns of money, quit your job, or start your dream life, I'm saying that you can find small steps and small things you can do in your daily situation to improve things. You can talk to your employer or manager to find ways to do things that are more true to you. You can talk to friendships and friends and family and open up just small things that you could do to have a better relationship together, small things that you can have more harmony, have more mutual connections, mutual respect with each others. You can take these small steps to just invest in your life and invest in who you are and invest in your own identity and self-expression. You see it like that. I'm just investing in myself and in my own well-being and in my own happiness. And that's my goal, my own happiness.